Right, I've just started recording. Are you ready, lads? I'm
Sure
gonna
am.
count
I'm ready.
down. I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, go! All right. Looks like we've got a 3v3.
No way.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm so
Fa-
surprised.
Woohoo!
We've got men, we've got dwarves, and we've got goblins on top.
Yep.
Uh,
And
and then we're
then
going against from left to right on the bottom, dwarves, Mordor, and another dwarves.
and
Shire.
dwarves. Crazy old man's always plays dwarves, doesn't he? He always seems to play them.
I have no idea.
He
Man, this
does.
map is
Oh,
awesome
crazy,
though.
hell.
Oh,
I
MW
do love
Matty
this
is
map.
playing in this game. And
Yeah, I think very easily MW Matty is the best player in this lobby.
By
absolutely, yeah.
far.
What do you think of this Mordor player in the middle?
I've never heard of him to be
Never.
honest. with
Do you
you.
know? Do you know this player?
No.
Don't know
No.
him.
Nope,
Uh,
never seen him.
I'm not
I
sure
haven't
I
seen him
know
in
this.
a single clan wars all month.
We'll have to
Never
see.
seen him.
He must be a Maverick then, if he's playing with these guys. You know, we'll have to see how the newbie does. You know, in this amazing 3v3. What do you think
I'm
of the
gonna
map? What do you think of the map, lads?
Honestly, I'm going to say it now. This is one of the best looking maps in the game. I think it's one of the best
fantastic, yeah.
designed, and it's a shame it doesn't get more play. I really wish. I think they have edited it. There is an edited version for 2v2, right?
Well, no, they're working on one. The
Yeah, that's
the Maverick Mordor player is making one.
Maverick
Uh,
Mordor going for 3 Orc Pit spam. So pretty interesting. We'll see if that runs into anything nasty like a battle wagon coming out
this is it.
of Matty. I mean, he's putting up a forge now, so there could be some interesting shenanigans going on there where the Maverick just crumbles under a battle wagon early from Matty Smirks.
And you hate to see it.
the interesting
Goblins.
thing about go ahead.
Sorry, two caves from the goblins. He's going for spiderlings down the top left, and we've got axe throwers from the dwarves as well for support with a siege. It's going to be interesting in this middle. It's a small map, and straight away some of these outposts are going down.
Outpost taken out by the northern team. I think that was by Eternal on the goblins, getting a nice early rush in.
And they're taking down the second one here on the left. Dwarves just capture it, but it's all in vain as it goes down to a rack of Gondor shoulders and a set of goblin warriors as well.
Eternal's doing a great job, isn't he? He's taken out all the outposts. Well,
It's
it's probably GG. What do you reckon, lads? GG.
Oh, it's GG already. This battle wagon now coming from the bottom right. It's going to cause problems for the men of the west. This Gondor battalion's going to go, I think.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Smelly later.
Look at that. He's rewinding.
No
See you
players
later.
have made a pike unit yet.
No, we've got.
Oh, there's
pikes from the
one
men of the
pike
west and
unit.
the left.
There's one
Yeah,
Can they
pike
you
unit.
protect the archers
Idiot.
with this battle wagon? I doubt it. We'll see. It's whether or not the micro's on host.
Okay, now
Top
interesting.
left, we've got the tunnel here from the red dwarven player.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
come from a side attack on Green Men of the West, who's got nothing to defend himself in the base. He is, however, with an archery range now, and the barracks. So we could see some damage.
Andy, what do you think of this start?
It's pretty interesting. We've got lots of fighting over. What is it? The Green Dragon? Green Dragon Inn. Both of the southern
They
outposts.
serve
are
it
dead,
in
but
pints,
the-
you know.
Yeah, but the northern outposts are up, so it's definitely favoring the northern players for sure. But this red dwarven push is gonna hurt.
Yeah, the top left could be an XD moment. Double XD. Oh, it's a double XD. Oh,
No,
to
not
both
a
builders going down. That
Not-
is hilarious.
You hate to see it.
How did he get level 2 on that dwarfs? I didn't see, but he seemed to have level 2, charged both the builders and took them both down. That was legend mode, that wasn't it?
And the battle
Yeah, I
wagon
mean-
comes to them off more, but the damage is done, boys. The damage is done. And the Phalanx creeps on the left, creeps the wall for some money there. He's going to need that.
So the interesting. All right. So we've got Matty with no barracks yet. So Matty's just gone for a forge and an archery range. I haven't seen that before, like not getting a barracks on dwarves. But it seems to be that he's gaining a bit of momentum in the middle of the field.
Well,
think-
it's really good into Mordor. Specifically, it's really good into Mordor, which is his direct opponent. But it might backfire since there's such a hodgepodge going on. But Eternal is putting a lot of goblins in there, so that, you know.
We've got
Yeah,
this
big
attack at
rally
the bottom
call to the
left as
bottom.
well.
Yeah, bottom right. These goblins
Bottom
are
right,
coming
sorry.
in. Spiderlings
They
as well
might-
from Eternal.
I wonder what they can take down, whether they will get the Holo Warriors here. There's a lot of them, it's a good clump, but the Battle Wagon comes down for him. This
Spiderlings
Solas
counter
guy,
battle wagons.
What's that?
Spiderlings counter battle wagons, don't they?
Kind of, yeah. They can kill them really easily, and they can outrun them.
looks like Solas is pushing his forces up into the middle. It looks like the top teams have taken the middle, they've taken the Green Dragon.
It's a big
got
push.
a couple of Hearths, but it's a big push from Solas.
It would be a really big deal if they can break this dwarven, forward thing, as this hero statue is going on. If they prevent them from being able to get this foothold and keeping this outpost alive, I mean, it would be very important. Interesting to see if they can pull it off.
Do you think it's pronounced
got-
Solus or Solace?
I'm not sure.
I reckon. Solas?
Oh,
You've got
he's
both.
running all of his orcs into that fire, eh? Well, that just
Oh.
shows his inexperience, probably, in the game.
He's new to the game. He's new to the game.
You must be new.
You've got both teams taking advantage of the outside rim. You've got goblins with some tunnels on the right, dwarves with tunnels on the top right, and of course we've got the red dwarven player,
Holy guacamole.
Aber.
Yeah.
He's got quite a bit coming up the left here, so he's a combo.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Abba's taken out both barracks from Glaurung. So he took out 2 builders, and now he's taken out 2 barracks, so...
He'll lose. He's going to lose the archery range. Men of the West is really struggling here for green. He's got a lot of his guys down here in the middle section, but what can you do?
Am I slightly ahead of you? That archery range went down for a while. I'm on 7 minutes 16 now. The
Where's
game
the timer?
time.
Well, the
I'm
timer,
at
the
8
timer
minutes.
changes every time that you switch
Oh,
perspectives.
it changes?
So.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. This is it.
Noobs.
Avis, we've got a lot of around about 500 CP across the board here. Until we get to the Men of the West player, 300 CP. He's
Yeah,
really
it's
going to be struggling to come back from that.
It's outrageous how far behind that 2 Guardian push earlier put or 2 unit push put the top left Man of
Yeah,
the West player
Glaurung
behind.
got smashed there. Okay, so some Spiderlings going around the left-hand side, and some Dwarves are going around the back. So probably
think the
making
Spiderlings
use
have
of
seen
making use of the sides in the map. Probably the sides are like the key to this map, aren't they? Because if you control the sides, you've got so much farm space around there.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
got all the vision as well, of course. I mean, especially as a Dwarven player, they're going to put in tunnels up and around the sides for little sneak attacks, which was so effective as we saw earlier.
Yeah, the thing about the sides though is just that, especially for Eternal on the goblins, he has the easiest access to just super easy harass along the side. So it is a little bit of a trap because, like, watch these lings just clean all of this out.
Yeah, the Lings are cleaning things out. Eternal's everywhere. He's got goblins everywhere, but his base, he's got nothing in his base. It seems like he's got stuff everywhere apart from where it counts, which is, he's getting a massive attack.
Well, this is it. The Dwarves are doing damage up there now. We've
He
got
just
the red
discharges-
Dwarves at the top to punish the Men of the West player again. 3
Wow.
units up top.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. This Guardian stuff. He's taking the archery range again.
It might go down again here. You don't know. If you can say you can get a rally call on it for sure. But he's out of
That's
range
going
of the
down.
fort.
It's going
That's
down, isn't
definitely
it?
going down. And
Wow.
He's still got one. He's so confident. He's got one Felix up top, just creeping the walk now.
Who would you give this early game period to?
Easily the bottom team, just because of the fact that, like, the northern team here is playing 2v3. Like, this Man of the West player has had his legs cut out from underneath him. The best thing that he can do in this situation with no builders is have money funneled to him and start building heroes, which will give them some kind of, like, scaling in the late game. And with Faramir coming out, like, I think
That's
maybe
exactly
that's
what he
the
needs
goal.
to do, isn't it? Yeah, get that Faramir
just
out.
come out. He's got a builder trying to rebuild, but it might be too little, too late. Yeah, he's lost the barracks and the archery range. It's twice in the game now. He's had his legs cut out from under him.
It's Yeah, it's a really big deal, though, that Maddie still has this outpost, and that it hasn't been captured and it hasn't been destroyed, even though it has been lower than half HP. Like, Solus has been trying, like, they've been trying to remove them from this, from that position for this whole game, but that extra income is really kind of keeping them in the game. especially since the southern outposts have never been rebuilt.
Yeah, the southern outposts have not been rebuilt, have they? How's Mike managed to hold that? He's done well. He's got 2 halves and a statue there. So Matty's making up for his ally, basically, getting destroyed.
Early game, I mean, you talked about the archery range into the forge, and a big reason why that worked and why they were able to hold that position for a long time was Eternal basically being his meat shield. You know, he didn't have any warriors, but he had this big fat line of goblins to protect him, and that
Oh
has done a
yeah,
lot.
and here we go. Matty's got like a massive army outside Solace's base, and Solace's Gothmog's out of position. Looks like it's going to be a really hard defense here for the Southern team. So Matty putting on the pressure. Can Abba help out? It looks like he's sending over a few units. But a big rally call goes down on the Mordor units, and it looks like they've got the leadership from Battle Wagon as well. So that seems to be driving Matty back.
Brand's there as well to help. He might be able to do some damage to the Battle Wagon. You can only see one unit there of Haradrim Easterlings.
I don't quite know what was achieved there. It seemed like Matty sort of ran up the field and then he ran back.
It does make them honest, though, and it did succeed in pulling some of Crazy Old Man's.
Have a look at the bottom right, lads. There's a bit of a skirmish going on between Crazy Old Man and Eternal. Rally call goes down again. And it looks like the Goblin player Eternal is retreating with half of his force, and then the other half is going for the Hall of Warriors, but probably won't take that down.
It's almost gone the wrong way there, because we've lost both the pikes there, the half-troll pikes and the swordsman, to the retreat, and we've got a couple of guys trying to distract on the Hall of Warriors. You thought it could be able to take something down.
We're going to have a Dwarven clash up here in the north, which could be a big deal, because for as much damage as Crazy Old Man has done to the Men of the West player, he's wasted a lot of resources on just like excessive tunnels and towers on the left flank there. Right. And honestly, I feel like he could have like properly broken this Men of the West player's back, but has not successfully done so. And he's almost much weaker than the Dwarven opponent on the other team.
I mean, it's wide open right now for some couple of Guardians, Siege Hammers, get on that fortress. Ooh, Battle Wagon going down. But yeah, it's wide open. Did he buy Siege Hammers yet?
No,
he's not got Siege Hammers, is he?
He's got a level 2 Gloin though. He's getting leveled up there on the top left.
They're shimmying over to the other side of the map as well, because it looks like there's going to be some big engagement here as well, with Crazy Old Man parked right outside Eternal's base. These battle wagons with leadership are just very popular right now, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think you can underestimate, just how big of a buff leadership is, especially if you can manage to park your battle wagon at the back, protect it well enough, and give it to a mixture of both yours and someone else's army. It's just outrageous.
Have you seen this Dwarven catapult doing friendly fire damage on the fortress?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a bit tragic. Yeah.
You hate to see
it. Most siege does do friendly fire, unfortunately. If you ever want to troll your teammates, just spam a bunch of mountain trolls or cave trolls and just barrage your allies' fortresses and just kill them while you play the game.
You can mine them as well. I'm going to shoot over to the left-hand side because it looks like there was a few things over here.
He's on the retreat. The hobbits have still got some time left, and they're putting some serious pressure on the builders and brands. Builders just north, he could go for it.
The thing about this situation here is that, like, he does have the Faramir leveling, which isn't, like, it's not the biggest hero that is going to, like, give you a game-winning spell at level 10, but it is a win condition for this Man of the West player who's been crippled. If he can get, like, a Boromir or an Aragorn out and just stay alive, he will get to a point where he can just, like, press his PowerPoint buttons and hero abilities and win the game.
Well, this is the thing, you're talking about PowerPoints. He is so far behind. All he has at the moment is Rally Call, and he's got 5 PowerPoints, almost 6 on the board.
We've got a huge push coming up here on the right-hand side. There's 2 Dwarven catapults, and not a lot of defense that I can see from the Southern team. So
well,
maybe
Solas got punished there on that push up. I think he peeled away a lot of his units to try and attack the goblins there, and not many of them are left, so I think this is a really good counterattack.
Okay.
Economically, though, the Mordor player does have industry, and so I think that there will be a lot of momentum start to slowly shift. Like you're because of the closeness of the map, it does it feels like you need Siege to truly break somebody, and so it does seem like this is going to devolve into some catapult wars pretty shortly.
Well, Crazy Old's just got here. I think it's his first catapult out of the siege. It's going to be firing straight away to the Goblins player, doing some damage to his own Felix, as you just mentioned, the friendly fire. But yeah, it's going to be it's one of those siege maps, isn't it? At this point, they're both going to need it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've spotted the Goblin. Solus, the model player, spotted the Goblin tunnel on the bottom right corner there. He's placed the beacon.
What's going on the top left?
Ooh,
Glowing with a big slam
Gimli.
shot.
Maddie has Gimli and Dane and Gloin.
Has he?
Now the Sauron's out as well, level 1 for Solas at the moment.
Oh, Matty's got all 3 heroes, so he's got because that's because he's had the outpost the whole game, eh?
Yeah, he's had the outpost and they've hold it, which going back to just those goblin body blocking early on, a little bit of coordination, keeping that alive. I mean, one of the most heads up things that has happened this game was Eternal killing both of the southern players' outposts at the very beginning of this game, and helping Maddie keep that one alive. I mean, that's the only thing that's kept them in this, with how neutered this Green Men of the West player has been.
Eternal's on the left-hand side defending Glaurung, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all over the place, man.
He's everywhere. Wow, look at that glowing damage. What's that ability called? Shake Foundation?
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
I hate to see it. Using that on the fort.
It always perturbs me that the building kind of remains there. Do you know what I mean? After it goes down, if it's been Shake Foundations. Like the building's still there.
Teases you for a second.
Glaurung again with no production buildings. So he's going to have to start from scratch again.
He's managed to keep his builder this time. It was touch and go. He was just on the periphery of the vision there for the dwarf player. Could have taken him down. It would have been another big moment.
Just as a little bit of to check the pulse of the game. Aber 450 CP of available 1,000. Solus 350 of available 675. Crazy Old Man 400 of 600.
Oh, lads, this is a mess. Look at the bottom right. Oh wow, the actual undermine takes out the catapult. Sorry, Andy.
No, that's fine.
Wait, whose undermine was that? Aber's.
Yeah.
Oh, all of Matty's heroes are on the fort, aren't they?
That's going to go down, I think. King Dane's doing bits.
Hectic. That's a pretty spicy push. Look, there are 3 Gimlis next to each other right
here. Yeah, 3 of them, aren't there?
There are 3 Gimlis right next
and
to
a Gothmog.
each other.
Wow. Which one's highest level? Who's got the highest level Gimli?
It's hard to tell.
I can't even tell whose Gimli is who.
That's a pretty big blow,
I don't know
but
how they can tell.
yeah, but of the players on the southern team, that can recover from this the easiest, I think it is Aber. He still has the highest amount of available CP in the game, I think.
Aber's on the left, isn't he? That was
Given
Crazy Old Man.
damage.
That was Crazy
They've
Old
all
Man's fort that went down, eh?
Yeah, Crazy Old Man's first fort.
Oh,
Aber on the
Crazy
left.
Old Man. My bad.
They're taking down his excess mines on the left, but his actual level 2 and 3 mines, no one's done any damage to it. He's barely been touched this game.
Well, this army on the left's not going to be able to take it down because there's only 1 pipe battalion and the rest is archers, so he's not going to be able to make much headway there. There's no hero.
No, I think he's got Faramir, level 5 Faramir there. He's trying to get him level 6 probably.
In here. Is Faramir going to be able to tank it? Oh, he is doing a bit of damage, isn't he? Fair enough.
He's doing a bit. I think once he gets that level 6 as well, it might be a real boost for the Men of the West player, especially because a lot of these Dwarven heroes come with really early leadership, and he's having a bit of problem with them in the base.
So, Crazy Old Man's fort has gone down. Just taking stock. Solus has got a lot of catapults and a couple of orcs. He's got about 6 catapults. So he's catapult spamming. Crazy Old Man's got Gimli, level 3. And he's about to make an assault. And actually, Eternal with no siege. This could be Eternal's base going down after all of that. So I don't know where.
Man, by the way, with almost 5,000 gold, so it might be a new fortress isn't far away from him.
Has he? What happened to all of Matty's stuff? Because he seemed to have a lot of stuff to take down Crazy Old Man's fort, but I didn't see what happened to all of his stuff.
Just lots of heroes fighting each other. I mean, using his undermine, he managed to get his heroes out of danger, but definitely. I mean, they definitely spent a lot of resources to get that fort down, and this the return punch is looking pretty schnasty.
Did you see that, boys? We have the mighty catapult now on Aber's fortress on the left. The men of the west tried to do a little bit of a push, and that went flying straight towards them. They've got farming.
Oh, was there a mighty catapult? I missed that.
Mighty catapult came out, and yeah, it took a big chunk of his army out.
Holy moly, I missed that. Holy moly. This is a good game, isn't it?
This is a great game. There's so much going on here. There's a lot to think about. And for the top team to have, you know, the legs cut out under them from Blaurung, the men of the West players basically been out of the game the whole time. To still be alive, to not have been crushed, they've done really well to protect them there.
The top left and the bottom right is where the action has been, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. We've definitely got, by the way, a new citadel getting built here, just next to the Mordor base, next to the siege works by Crazy All. So he's going for his second fortress. And he's building it safely in Solus's warm, loving arms.
It's going to be interesting to see what 15 PowerPoint Eternal goes to, because I think he has access to... What does he have access to? I think it's just Worm and Watcher, I think, from Wildman, right? He doesn't have access to Darkness.
It looked like a pretty good attack that was coming on the right-hand side there, but it got repelled, didn't it, by a Wildman summon?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty clutch summon Wildman. They do some great damage.
Yeah, I mean the amount of just like space that the northern team has managed to control with just like goblins and just Maddie's force is actually like very impressive, to the point where the Mordor player has Mouth of Sauron and just catapults, it seems. And that's it.
He's catapults, funny, isn't he?
Baby.
Nerf catapults.
Yeah.
As you were saying the other day, Andy, it takes you back to those 2.01 days where one did skulls, one did fire, and you just lagged out the game.
Yeah, if only one of them could just constantly launch skulls, boys, we could have
skulls to fire.
I want to see some Mordor Archer spam. That's 2.01 tactics.
Going down here to the goblins. He was not ready for that thought on his own. You see that? Aber's King Brand up by the men of the West fortress on his own. Taken down by the goblins.
Oh, he suicided into the fort.
Yeah, pretty much. Destroyed.
Black Riders for the Mordor players on the board now.
Excellent.
Cleaning up some Men of Dale. It looks like they're finally going to be able to break Maddie's outpost for the first time this game with all of this siege and some good trampling. We've just got heroes for days here, boys.
Yeah.
You're now getting the right-hand side outpost near the Goblin fortress rebuilt as well. It's at 50% at the moment. I'm surprised I haven't seen that earlier, to be honest.
Gonna keep my eye on these Black Riders, I think, because they're the most exciting unit in the game, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, he just killed Azog and he's gonna kill the score kill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. I'm about 10, probably 5 seconds behind you. So just a FYI.
Well, I think I'm a little bit behind you as well.
Gorkle just went down for me, so that's where I'm at.
Oh, I'm actually. So he's just killed Azog now.
Oh, so you're behind us both.
So,
you lagger. Right. Now we know who the lagger is.
I've only got a Razer laptop, so it's,
I don't like the pejoratives. These Black Riders are going down though to that Slayer from Gimli. Absolute massacre. Level 4 already. They've literally been on the board for about a minute.
Does that Slayer do? It does splash damage. It looks like.
No, it doesn't do splash, but it does do specialist, so it does a ton of bonus damage to mounted units.
That's great.
Oh, got you. Right, let's take stock. Who's winning?
Mate.
Tough to say. I want to say the bottom team still are in control here. I mean, we've had some 15 power points come out. We've seen the barrage, we've seen the worm, but
I think you have to. I think the only way to answer that question is to try and evaluate whose heroes are leveled up more and who's winning the power points. And it does seem like the Southern team is doing the best job, though Maddie's heroes are getting leveled up and, like, you know, one power point and all those dwarven heroes, and you're gonna have a dead fort.
Oh,
the
yeah.
only counter that you have to that is the other dwarven heroes on the other team and the Black Riders if they can stay healthy. So
we've got a level 5 Gimli and a level 6 Gloin from Matty. Oh, arrow volley, top left.
Yeah, your favorite. It's kind of crazy how much it feels like Blaurung has just sort of been led around on a leash by like only a couple dwarven units this entire game.
He's sent his
Ooh,
whole
Shelob.
force up, hasn't he?
Listen. The northern team has won in my heart because Shelob is on the board.
Oh, we've got a Shelob here, haven't we?
The amount of commitment that it takes to be like, you know what? I'm going to build Shelob in a 3v3 where I can't pay attention. Oh, if it just died immediately, I would just...
Oh no, it's run into pikes. It's run straight into a load of pikes. Oh, oh, Shelob knocks down trees.
Yeah.
I've never seen a spider do that.
Listen, the Lord of the Protector of the Pass of Kirathungul will knock down trees, and you will show her respect.
He's got his similarly out right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's the Watcher? On the left or the right? Oh, it's on the right. I caught that. Wowzers.
Another undermine, top left.
Right, we'll keep an eye on top left. Hey, Andy, you've got foresight, mate. This is awesome. This is awesome. No, this is really good now. Alright, so we've got a level 6 Gloin up here as well. Alright, shit's going down on the top left, lads. We've got a Gimli Leap Strike. We've got Lone Tower Summon. We've had an Arrow Volley coming down as well.
Oh, you love it.
Oh, you got to love it. You got to love that Arrow Volley. Faramir's level 6. Blimey.
I would love to see an Aragorn from Glaurung because, like, that wounding arrow from Faramir with Aragorn with Blade Master can sort of like punch up even against champions or heroes like Gimli, and it could be a great equalizer. But,
Interesting.
Man, he's just been.
No, that Boromir horn, you can't underestimate it. It's just how good of a power it is. It totally shatters those dwarves there that came out the Undermine. And
hard countered by Dane and hero statues, but yeah.
Looks like we're going long in this game, aren't we? So, Crazy Old Man's Beetle's 4, isn't he? I'm not quite sure what's been going on. It seems like I've missed a Mordor... what's that thing called? Where you fire the Gorgoroth Spire. Or was it the Mighty Catapult? It was a Mighty Catapult. Oh no, it was a Gorgoroth Spire in the middle.
No, it was the Gorgoroth Spire on that outpost that Maddie has to finally sort of like break that position, but I didn't actually see it go
Got
off.
it.
There's so much action happening, boys. Another little push, spicy push coming from Eternal on the right. Yeah.
Oh, Gloin's on the fort.
well, we've got the upgraded blades now, which is going to be a big difference.
Forged blades, yeah, looks like forged blades.
These
I'm keeping my eye on the top left here because Gloin's hitting the fortress. How did they not upgrade the fort already?
I mean, he's taken the brunt of a lot of these attacks.
Oh, totally. His legs have been cut off from under him, as you said.
Matty's coming across though with all of his stuff.
They got both rebuilds out of him. The thing is that if this Gimli was level 5, I think this fort is dead 100%, but I think they're going to keep it alive.
Yeah, this Gimli's level 4, isn't it, only? And whose Black Riders are these? Are they Solace's?
Yeah, the only mortar in the game.
Okay. He needs to get on the fort with them. He needs to get on the fort with them Black Riders, eh?
Oh, here comes the Fell Beast for the final blow.
Oh, and the barrage as well.
Wowzers, yeah, that Fell Beast getting the kill. Level 4, wow, holy moly.
Level 5 Black Riders. Really crazy. I mean, the Mordor player has been, it seems like he's been just insanely efficient punching up against this, like, almost indomitable seeming dwarven force that had this outpost the whole game. I mean, he's just had catapults and, like, a couple orcs this entire game.
Glaurung's builder! Glaurung's builder, could it be going down? Has he got another builder? Can someone have a look for his other builder? Where is it?
He's only got one, I think. I think he only built one.
Oh, I've just found his other builder. Oh, zooming in on the builder. Oh, and a fort being rebuilt immediately by Glaurung as well. So everyone probably got a lot of cash.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at now. Glaurung, yeah, he had 6,500. People have got money, I think, and they're sending it well. Solas with another 6,500 himself. 20 power points from him, 21. Actually, now.
So we could be seeing a Balrog or Reign of Fire soon, eh?
Would you go Witch King this late in this game with all of the archers and powers going on? I think that Witch King from Solas would be quite interesting. Eh?
Is it good against dwarf heroes?
I think eventually, yeah, the ability to put all of to put like the Slayer and the Mighty Rage and everything on cooldown would be a great boon in the fights. But
Oh yeah, good point.
What I will say is I think that, you know, the top, obviously the Men of the West player got his legs cut out from under him, but we haven't seen that much from the Goblins player, I don't feel.
it's a bit of a tricky situation for him though.
Oh,
like,
totally.
There's only so much that your Goblin units can do on this short map. Like if he really wants to threaten, he needs like upgraded half trolls and leveled heroes, and he just had to throw bodies at his opponents just to keep his teammates in the game. Like it really is all on Matty Smirks here for the Northern team.
Level 5 Azog, just about level 4 on my screen, but about to level 5.
Holy
But that's
moly.
about all it is really from him, I think.
Oh, Rain of Fire coming down on just a few units. But it repels the attack. And actually, could the Black Riders clean up the heroes?
It does massive hero damage though, so.
Interesting. Is Gimli gonna have to... Is Gimli got to use Slayer, is he? Gimli can take Black Riders, can he?
In Slayer, yeah.
Slow though.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Alright, so another attack repelled.
There's a lot of give and take here, but
three
you feel
fell
like...
beasts, baby.
No. You feel like it could go with one super push, but it's just not happening yet.
Well, I think that the goal is, like... I think that the Southern team has this well in hand, because really all they need to do is to just create a situation where all of their heroes can attack one target, and no fort can live to, 2 Gimlis and 3 Flyers right now. And so it's entirely on the Northern team to just sort of like distract and sort of just try and keep them occupied and keep them spread out. But
Totally.
Solus finding this brand new unupgraded fortress. Ivory walls.
Oh yeah. The fortress is under attack from 3 fell beasts on my screen. Is the upgraded walls going to put him off?
I don't think so. I think that's... Yeah, one rebuild is available.
Holy moly.
We've got Barrage as well, I think, available.
Another arrow volley. Ho ho ho! Got him. Alright, the fell beasts retreat off the fortress. Blimey, what's going on, lads? Alright, so Abba's pressing all the way around. There's a cloud break going down.
It's not a... So, the fact that darkness got immediately cancelled is not the end of the world, because that saves an almost immediate earthquake.
And we've got demolishers on the Goblin Fortress at this point as well. On the right-hand side, Eternal's Fortress with 2 upgraded demolishers.
Wow.
Azog trying to repel
Shelob's
it.
going for the back as well.
Shelob is going down, lads, and so is the fortress.
Down.
So another fort goes down. Shelob looked like Shelob went down to the Hobbits, actually.
Oh yeah, they're on the stone throwing ability. Great versus the heroes. Gimli with the jump.
Holy moly. Where's Eternal's stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're calling it
Gimli's
GG.
Down. It's going to be GG, that.
Wowzers.
No 25s, but I'll tell you what, it's great to see.
I think
you love to see
that's
it.
a really tricky situation for a Goblin player in a 3v3, especially on such a short map, because the thing about those Goblin warriors is that as soon as those towers went up on the lane on the bottom, and he couldn't just wrap around and spread out his opponent, like those Goblin warriors just only served to feed power points. Like it's really brutal trying to get your heroes leveled into a dwarf and Mordor with Black Riders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Mordor player did well, didn't he? In the end, the Maverick.
Did alright.
Yeah.
For new to the game. Played well. I must say though, I think the map itself was a real standout for me there. I think the title of the replay is, I think someone mentions that Shire should be played more. I think they're probably right. It's interesting to see. Really changes the dynamic of it in such a tight, close quarters, and it means you get a lot more, a lot more doubling, a lot more helping from your teammates. It freshens it up a bit.
Fuck yeah. All right, lads. Well, what a great game. Pleasure to witness that with you. Thank you so much for joining me on the cast. We've had BrownBear55 and Black Knight of EA. And
Oh, you hate to hear it.
and me. So there we go. Smell you later.
See you later.